To put it simply, wild boars are a sad combination of wild animals and luxuries. It is estimated that 2 million of them disappear into the largest processing plant in the world each and every year. What exactly takes place on the inside? Leave a comment with a number 1 and make sure you watch this video all the way through. Wild boars, also referred to as nature's last rebels, are omnivorous beasts that have muscular bodies, hair that resembles bristles, and is as durable as steel, and sharp tusks that are capable of breaking through small tree trunks. With the force of a raging storm, they move rapidly, think intelligently, and destroy farmlands with the force of a hurricane. One thing that is even more astounding is the fact that wild boars, which were once considered to be the nemesis of every farmer, have somehow become the primary component in exquisite dishes that are offered at exclusive eating establishments. Immediately following the capture, hunting, and introduction of wild boars, the subsequent stage takes place within contemporary processing plants, where each and every step is subject to stringent regulation. Everything is carried out in a methodical and expert manner, beginning with the transportation and intake processes and ending with the preliminary processing. The following is not merely the processing of food, rather it is the total transformation of a wild animal into a high-quality ingredient for culinary purposes. The stress levels of the boars are reduced by treatment before they are allowed to enter the main production line. It is because of this that the meat is able to maintain its tenderness while retaining its original color and flavor. Skilled professionals do their tasks with an almost flawless level of precision within the cutting region. The fast movement of sharp knives is accompanied by intentional and clean cuts. Tenderloin is the most appreciated cut of beef because it is tender, have a hint of sweetness, and contain very little fat. It is perfect for grilling or stir-frying. If you have a fat layer that is well balanced, the belly is an excellent choice for grilling or pan-frying with garlic. On the other hand, the shoulder, which is thick and flavorful, is frequently used in stews or meals that are steamed, and it is extremely comfortable on days when the temperature is low. Each cut is treated with the utmost care, as if it were destined to become the focal point of an extravagant meal. The wild boar, an animal that has been regarded for a long time as a representation of wild nature, is becoming an increasingly significant threat to both agriculture and the ecosystem in the United States. It is estimated that there are approximately 6 million wild boars living and spreading across huge territories at the present time, primarily in states such as Texas, Florida, and California. Through their unrelenting digging and destructive behaviors, they rip through agricultural fields, wreak havoc on pastures, and cause damage to thousands of hectares of farmland each and every year. However, that is not the end of it. Additionally, wild boars engage in direct competition for food with a wide variety of native wildlife species, which results in a serious ecological imbalance. According to estimates, the economic harm they create can amount to as much as $2.5 billion yearly, which is an astounding amount. Do you believe that wild boars should be eradicated or that they should be turned into a source of food? Let us know what you've decided by leaving a comment below. Measures that are both highly technological and highly effective have been devised by humans in order to effectively control the rapid increase in wild boar populations. Large-scale steel trap pens, which are constructed with reinforced structures and automatic doors, are one of these methods. These pens have the capacity to capture an entire herd in a single night on average. Bait is used to draw animals to these traps, which are operated by a mechanism that is both secure and confined. In addition to conventional hunting methods, modern operations now frequently employ remote-controlled traps. These advanced systems are designed to minimize human risk while maximizing efficiency. With a single press of a button on an electronic device, a heavy steel net can descend in an instant, securing an entire group of wild boars before they have the chance to react. This method not only ensures that the capture is swift and controlled, but also significantly reduces the need for direct physical confrontation between humans and these powerful animals. By limiting close contact, the strategy lowers the danger faced by operators, making it a safer and more reliable approach in challenging environments. Yet, despite these technological advancements, traditional hunting practices continue to hold a vital role in wildlife management. Hunting wild boars requires a combination of sharp instincts, highly developed skills, and thorough preparation. These animals are not only remarkably strong, reaching weights of up to 400 pounds, but also incredibly fast and reactive. When threatened, they can become fiercely aggressive, capable of inflicting serious harm. Because of this, professional hunting teams must be trained to anticipate sudden movements, remain calm under pressure, and act with precision. During expeditions into deep forest terrain, teams often rely on tranquilizer guns to subdue boars in situations where a non-lethal approach is preferable. At the same time, specially trained dogs are deployed to track scents, flush animals from dense cover, and drive them toward more accessible locations where they can be safely captured or controlled. These dogs are invaluable partners, combining speed, agility, and obedience to enhance the effectiveness of the teams in the field. Crucially, every one of these procedures must be carried out in strict accordance with environmental protection laws and ecological safety regulations. The balance between controlling wild boar populations and conserving biodiversity is delicate. Responsible hunting and trapping practices ensure that while farmland and rural communities are safeguarded, the broader ecosystem remains unharmed. In this way, technology, skill, and law work together to create a system of wildlife management that is both efficient and sustainable. Beyond the direct impact on agriculture and ecosystems, wild boars also carry hidden dangers that reach into public health. These animals are known carriers of several diseases, including swine fever, leptospirosis, and brucellosis, which can spread not only to domestic livestock but also to humans. As a result, farmers and communities living in close proximity to wild boar populations face significant biosecurity risks, further fueling the urgency for effective management strategies. Moreover, the resilience of wild boars makes them particularly difficult to control. They reproduce at astonishing rates, with females capable of producing 2 litters per year, each containing up to a dozen piglets. This exponential growth means that even with intensive hunting and trapping, populations often rebound within a short time. In many regions, authorities now refer to this situation as a biological invasion, highlighting the difficulty of restoring balance once the species has spread unchecked. At the same time, cultural perspectives on wild boars vary widely across the globe. In parts of Europe, for example, they are celebrated as part of culinary traditions, featured in rustic stews and festive roasts that symbolize abundance and strength. In contrast, rural communities in North America often see them purely as destructive invaders. This contrast illustrates the complex relationship humans maintain with the species, balancing between reverence and rejection. In addition, technological innovation is beginning to play a crucial role in addressing the challenge. Thermal imaging drones, for instance, are increasingly deployed to track herds at night, providing authorities with accurate data on movement patterns and population density. GPS collars fitted on selected animals also allow scientists to monitor migration routes, helping predict where conflicts with farmland are most likely to occur. Such tools are not only enhancing management efficiency but also reducing unnecessary harm to non-target wildlife. Equally important is the discussion about sustainability. Instead of framing wild boars solely as a nuisance, some experts advocate for integrating them into a circular food economy. By turning excess populations into a source of protein through controlled processing, communities could reduce waste while also alleviating pressure on traditional livestock industries. This approach, however, requires strict health regulations and careful oversight to ensure both safety and ecological responsibility. Finally, the question of ethics remains. Should humans attempt to eradicate a species that has, in many ways, thrived because of human-altered landscapes? Or should societies adapt by reshaping their coexistence with these resilient creatures? The debate continues, sparking not only scientific inquiry but also broader reflection on humanity's role in managing the natural world.